Greetings, everyone, and a very warm welcome to day one of our workshop on how to do legal research organized by Legal Vidya. I am Khushbu Chawla, your host for today's session, and I am thrilled to kick off this exciting journey with all of you. We are delighted to present this 2 days workshop carefully designed to help you on your legal research skills and elevate your understanding of the legal landscape. Whether you are a law student, an aspiring practitioner, or a seasoned professional, legal research remains a cornerstone of success in the legal profession. It underpins effective advocacy, informed decision making, and impactful practice. Over the course of this workshop, we'll cover the essential legal research, including mastering primary and secondary sources, navigating legal database, advanced techniques like precedent analysis and topic based research, and much more. Through interactive discussions, hand on exercises, and real world case studies, you will leave with practical skills to conduct efficient and accurate legal research. Whether you are just starting out or seeking to refine your approach, this workshop is your gateway to mastering the art of legal research. Before diving in, let me introduce you to the organization behind this event, Legal Vidya. Founded in 2021, Legal Vidya is a trailblazing online edtech platform dedicated to transforming legal education. Our mission is to empower learners at every stage of their legal careers by offering comprehensive programs including internships, webinars, workshops, and courses. We also take pride in fostering a thriving legal community through our publication platform, where individuals can showcase their expertise and contribute to meaningful legal discourse. At Legal Vidya, we are committed to equipping aspiring legal professionals with the tools, knowledge, and confidence to succeed in today's ever evolving legal world. Together, we are building a brighter future for the legal profession. It is my great honor to introduce our speaker for today's session, the remarkable Miss Sakshi Sharma. Ms. Sharma, an accomplished associate at DSA Legal, is a shining example of what it means to be a mentor and a leader in the legal field. Her passion for empowering students has impacted over 10,000 individuals, helping them unlock their potential and chart their path in the legal profession. Her outstanding contributions have earned her the prestigious Young Entrepreneur Award by the R&B Global University Bikaner, recognizing her innovative leadership in the legal sector. Ms. Sharma is also a prolific writer. She compiled the thought provoking book, The Truth of Life, which showcases her editorial excellence and her deep understanding of diverse perspectives. She also co authored Breaking into the Legal Field, a practical guide for aspiring lawyers, underscoring her dedication to mentoring the next generation of legal professionals. Beyond her legal accomplishments, Ms. Sharma exemplifies the balance between professional success and creative pursuits, making her a true role model for countless individuals striving to excel in the legal domain. Before we begin, here are the few quick reminders. This session will be recorded and the recording will be shared with all the registrants. Kindly keep your microphones muted during the session. Please ensure your cameras are turned on throughout the session for making it more interactive experience. Save your questions for the Q&A session at the end. We'll share a feedback form during this session. Your insights and suggestions will be highly appreciated. Also, I would like to inform you all that all those who successfully fill the feedback form will only be eligible for the certificate of this workshop. Now, here I would take this opportunity and share with you all about the upcoming 60 days course on.
Miss Khushbu, you are not audible.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just continue from here. I hope the screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Okay, so here I would also like to use this opportunity to inform you all about our upcoming 60 days advanced course on civil procedure and drafting. The speaker for this course will be none other than Advocate Gitika Jain, who has an experience of 12 plus years in legal practice, who is also a gold medalist in her BA LLB and silver medalist in her LLM. She is also the project lead for Government of Andhra Pradesh and also the senior law assistant SIDCO Government of Maharashtra. The key benefits of this course include regular classes, special classes for drafting, convenient class timing, and e-certificate on completion of this course. Interesting part for you all is that we have a Republic Day offer. Generally, this course is available for rupees 7,999, but for tomorrow it will be available in only rupees 2,500. So don't miss this amazing opportunity and enroll now for this course. For more details, visit legalvidya.com or you can contact Mr. Paras Chugh. Without any further ado, let's give a warm welcome to our esteemed speaker, Ms. Sakshi Sharma ma'am. We are eagerly looking forward to your insights. The floor is all yours.
Thank you so much, Khushbu, and good evening, everyone. Please give a thumbs up if I'm audible to you all. Great. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to the first day of this workshop on legal research. This is the first day, and on first day we'll be discussing the basic topics like understanding what research is, what legal research basically means, and why do we do research, the purpose, the objectives, and a few kinds of legal research. Now, since the workshop is divided into 2 days, on the second day we'll be discussing the various kinds of stages involved in doing legal research. How do you write your research paper, and the general guide to citation. And this workshop basically is to give you a view of the upcoming course on legal research that Legal Vidya has launched. Now, without any further ado, first I'll begin this session by asking you all one simple question. Hello, I'm audible?
Yes.
Yes, I apologize. There was some network error. So, yes, without any further ado, first, I'd like to ask everyone present here one simple question, that what is the difference between search and research? You can write down your answers in the chat box and I'll be reading them, and then we'll go ahead with the session. So just give me a brief idea of what do you understand by search and what do you think research means? What is the basic difference between the both concepts? Now, while I have been practicing and even during my college tenure, I've seen people use the word search and research interchangeably, and I'm sure many of the people have. But I believe we all agree that there is a slight difference between the terms research and search. Now, whatever you think is the difference, please write it down in the chat box for me to read, and then I'll see your answers. Okay. research means searching many times rather than search. Search is finding existing information, while research is detailed investigation. Saksham, you're absolutely right. Yes, Advocate Shavina, you are also absolutely right that search is often short-term and a focused activity, while research involves work and it is more formal and detailed. I see most of you giving correct answers here. Research is where we find something. Research means when we search some. Chandni, I believe you could explain the definition a little more better. So I see many correct answers. And yeah, before we begin, is everyone comfortable with English? Please give me a thumbs up because I see there are some foreign students as well. So if there's anyone who's not comfortable in English, please write it down in the chat box so that I can go with both Hindi and English. Great. So you all do have an idea. Now please let me know once my screen is visible. Yes. Is my screen visible to you all? Great. Thank you so much. So basically, your answer can be described by this one picture. If you're able to see, search basically is the tip of the iceberg, and research is, when we dig deeper into a topic to understand it more better, to come up with new findings. And as Sakshima said and Advocate Shabina said, there are various factors that differentiate research from search. But when we talk about basic point of view, since we are taking this class from the very basic, research is the tip of the ice. Research is when you dig deeper into a topic, while search is basically you just go to Google and to get a brief idea about what the particular topic is or what a particular thing is. Now, coming to the definition, I hope you're all able to see. If you want me to zoom the screen, please do let me know, and I'll do that as well. Now, I hope you all are able to read this. The definition of search is that it typically refers to an act of looking for a specific information and answers. And as one of you stated that research is a more formal process, search is rather informal process and more forward. What is the purpose of search? Why do we search something? So when we search something, it is basically to find out and get a quick idea of a particular data or a fact, or just to quickly look over something. And how we search something now in this age of technology, we search something, we open Google, type out a particular topic and read the first two articles, or skim over the AI written content that has come up on a screen to get a brief idea of a particular topic. Say, for example, I want to search on what CSR is, and I don't know ABCDs of CSR. I have no idea of what CSR is. I just heard the term and I want to search on it. I want to understand what the term is. What I do, I go to Google and type the word CSR, and then whatever comes on my screen, that is CSR is corporate social responsibility, what it means and how it is incorporated in the Companies Act. I just read that in brief to get an idea. Acha, CSR ye hai, and this is what it means. So that is basically what search is. And what is the outcome of search? The outcome of search is often immediate and focused on retrieving existing information rather than generating new ones. One of you has also stated that in research, we generate new information, we come up with newer explanations. But in search, we do not do that. We just read the existing knowledge to gain an idea of a particular topic. How research and search are different. So, when we talk of research is systematic, structured, and it is a process where we analyze data. Why do we do that is the question. We do come up in a conclusion. Now, when we talk about the term systematic and structured, now, if you all must have read dissertations or research papers, you might have seen that there is a structure to writing your research articles. There's a structure to writing your dissertation. There often comes an abstract. There is a basic introduction that you give. There is hypothesis. There is your research findings. There is data involved. How you interpret the data, And then there is lastly the findings and conclusions, and if there are any suggestions. So when you write your research and when you do your research, when you write your research article, there always is a structure involved. But when we are talking about the word search, there is no such particular structure involved, because you're just reading something to gain information. And the second thing is that research is systematic process. Firstly, you have a question, you have a hypothesis that you want to prove or disprove. Then you uh, use various research methodologies, you use various kinds of research to collect data, to find data. Then you use data interpretation tools to analyze your particular. Then, with that analysis, you come to a conclusion. Now, the conclusion can either be by proving your hypothesis or disproving your hypothesis. Now, we'll talk about the hypothesis part, the proving, disproving, and all of those in the second session, because this session is more of an introductory class where we deal with the basis of search and research. Now, coming to the definition of research. Research is systematic investigation aimed at discovering new knowledge, understanding complex issues, solving problems. It involves a more structured and methodological approach. Now, when we talk of research specifically, there is always a question involved to which we want answers, or there is a problem which we want to solve. Research is not just done by as academicians or scholars; it is also done by legislative departments. You might have seen various research reports given by the government. Why do they do those reports? To solve a problem that is existing in the society, right? So when we do research, it is aimed at discovering of a new knowledge or understanding something to explain it in simpler terms or to solve a problem, and it is more structured and methodological than search. What is its purpose? The purpose of research is to explore, analyze, and interpret information to generate new insights, theories, and solutions. What is the use of research? If you just read something and write it down in a paper, why do we do research, right? We do it to generate new ideas or to come up with newer theories or to enhance the already existing knowledge in a newer way so that society can have a new perspective to a particular topic. Now, the process of research involves formulating questions, designing experiments, studies, collecting data, analyzing results, and drawing conclusions. Now, when we read about the term search, what was the purpose? The purpose basically was to just understand a particular topic. But since and the process was what, you just go on Google or you go to your textbooks or library and search for keywords that relate to your particular topic that you want to understand, say for example CSR, and you just read about it in brief. But while you do research, you uh, do experiments, you make questionnaires, you take interviews to understand societal point of view, you collect data and analyze it, and then draw conclusions. Research is always involves data collection and drawing conclusions. Until and unless there is a collection of data and that result is analyzed and a conclusion is come up by the researcher, you cannot say that you've written a research paper. It often follows established methods. And what is the outcome of research? The outcome of research is pretty simple. It is more comprehensive, and there are publications, new findings, and advancements to knowledge. So the basic difference between search and research is the purpose and the process, why and how you do it. While search is basically a quicker job where you just go on any available resource to find out what you want to learn about. Research involves digging deeper into a particular topic to understand the history, the background, uh, how a particular a term has come into light, how it has been incorporated into the present modern law, how it is impacting the society currently, what its future implications. You do not just go and read about the meaning of the term and finish it there. In research, say for example, I take about the simple topic of CSR. Now if I want to do a research on CSR, I'll not just read the meaning of CSR. I'll dig deeper into the topic and from its origin, that is, when was the first known activity of CSR done? Was it then called CSR, or was there some other term? and how CSR has been implemented in foreign laws, how it has been implemented in Indian laws, what was the purpose of implementation, because legislature always comes with a reason. What was the reason that it was implemented? Why? How the companies now are doing CSR? What are the current scenarios? What are the present trends? I'll collect data on them and then write my whole research paper after I draw conclusion. That is what research is. Now, everyone, please tell me, you understand the difference between search and research by now? Okay, I see a few thumbs up, so I hope I was able to explain the difference between search and everyone. Great. Now, coming to our second topic for today, legal research. There's this particular diagram on screen. Can you all see this? If yes, please explain me what does this Venn diagram indicate? What do you understand by this particular Venn diagram? There are two circles, search and research, and there's intersection in them, and that's where I've written legal research. Are you all able to see this? If yes, please tell me if you understand what this means. Yes, yes, you're right. I see the comments. Sneha, Dinesh, and Arushi. Yes, legal research essentially involves both search and research. Yes. Great. Thank you so much. Now, can anyone explain to me how legal research involves both search and research? Now, you both know the difference between search and research, and do you all firstly agree that legal research involves both search and research, and it is a amalgamation of both? Yes, Sonali, we find specific answers in systematic form. Yes, Arushi, you're correct somewhat. Yes. Okay. So you're all somewhat correct because to find something deeply, you need to start from the very basis of the search. And even when we talk of legal research, you start from the very basics because you first search on a particular topic. So, for example, we talk about ESG. We first search what that particular thing means, and then when we understand a particular topic, we can dig deep and do research on it. Yes, thank you so much for your answers. Now, let's go. Uh, Elements of search and legal research is the first point that we are dealing with. Now, information retrieval. Are you all able to see my screen? Great, thank you. So, someone already wrote down in the chat box that legal research all often starts from the very beginning, where we search for specific legal information such as statutes, case laws, and regulations that are involved. So, So first process of search that is involved in legal research is information retrieval, because when we talk of legal research, we often begin from the very basics where we try to find out what are the statutes, what article of the constitution, or what case laws, what regulations, and what legal documents we can use uh, in a particular research paper, legal research paper. For this, basically, we use various search engines, legal databases, and libraries to find out relevant material. So that is first aspect of search that is involved in legal research. Then the second aspect is keyword search. As we were talking about search and starting, we said that people who are searching a particular topic, they go on various databases to find out and use relevant keywords to find out specific information. So that is the second process that is involved in legal research, that is keyword search. That is, researchers use knowledge and phrases to find pertinent legal documents, similar to how one might conduct a general search for information online. And the third is quick access, that is, the legal professionals may need to quickly find specific cases or statutes to support an argument or answer a particular question, which aligns with the concept of searching for immediate information. Now, that is how these are the three concepts. If you're able to see, the first is information retrieval, the second is keyword search, and the third is quick access. So, these are the three components of search that are involved in legal research. Now, coming to the elements of research, legal research is not just done, by quickly skimming over a particular topic. The second aspect is when you dig deeper into a particular topic. Now, that involves systematically finding solutions, gaining contextual understanding of a particular topic, and synthesis of information. Now, let's read through all these points. So, legal research involves a more structured approach to understanding legal issues, because you cannot understand a particular, I'd say, topic until and unless you go through it systematically, until and unless you know the history, background, the situation that was existing at that time, due to which a particular law, say for example, came into force. You'll not understand why there was a need of law, and how that particular law has impacted the society. So that is one of the systematic approaches that we take in legal research. The second is about the contextual understanding. Now, beyond just finding information, legal research requires understanding the context and implications of the law, including how different cases relate to one another and how statutes are applied in various situations. Now, we all know that law is dynamic, and there's every day a newer, I'd say, understanding on how a particular law must be interpreted. I'm sure you all must have learned legal English, and you, even in general English, you know the importance of, what importance a comma or a full stop or a semicolon plays in our law. One comma and it changes the meaning of the whole, I'd say, statute. So, contextual understanding is another aspect of research, because we just do not read the law. We read it thoroughly, analyze each and every word of it, to understand the implications, including how law can be used in positive way in one case and in a negative way in another case, in your favor in one and in your against in one. So, how do you do that? You do that by understanding the law very deeply, and by finding various cases in which that particular law was applied, and what was the conclusion that the court derived on at that particular moment of time. Then there is synthesis of information. That is, legal researchers must synthesize information from multiple sources to form coherent legal arguments or opinions, which is a hallmark for research process. What we do in research, we go through various data sources that are already available. We do interviews, we do groundwork, we give people questionnaires and take answers from them. We go through various databases that are available online. We read a lot of things and then synthesize information into one coherent research paper. That is also the similar process that we apply in legal research, and hence these are the three main elements of research that are involved in legal research. Now, coming to the definition of legal research. Legal research is the process of identifying and retrieving information necessary to support legal decision making. It involves systematic investigation of legal issues, statutes, regulations, case law, legal principles to understand and apply the law efficiently. Now, Khushbu, if you're here, please can you unmute yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, Khushbu, please give me a minute's break and I'll be back with the session.
Yeah, surely. Kindly stay in the meeting. We have a 2 minutes short break. Is my screen visible? Kindly confirm. Okay, let me check. I hope there's a issue. Just give me a minute. I hope it is now visible. So, we'll not waste any of your time. So, I'll use this time to just give you a brief about our upcoming 4-week course, Legal Research. Starting from 17th of February 2025, this course is designed to take your legal research skills to new heights. Learn advanced techniques, master citation formats, and receive an exclusive legal resource kit upon completion of this course. The instructor for this course will be Ms. Sakshi Sharma herself. The key benefits of this course include regular classes, special classes for drafting, convenient class timings, and e certificate on completion of this course. And as already informed, the interesting part for you all is that we have a Republic Day offer. Generally, this course is available for rupees 1999, but for tomorrow it is available for only rupees 225. So don't miss this opportunity and kindly enroll for this course. And for more details, visit legalvidya.com or contact Mr. Paris Chud. Soon we'll start with the session again. Kindly cooperate and stay in the meeting. Thank you.
Hi, am I audible, everyone? Great. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, there was some guest here. Um, uh, so let's go back to legal research once again. So when we talk of legal research basically क्या होता है? It is a process of identifying and retrieving information to support your legal decision making. Now legal research हम सिर्फ इस context में नहीं बोल रहे कि you want to write a research paper and you want to prove or disprove a particular hypothesis. Legal research is also done by advocates. It's also done by lawyers. What is their purpose for doing legal research? It is to support the decision making. While you write a research paper, it involves basically to proving or to disproving your particular hypothesis. But when we talk of in general, legal research is a process of identifying and getting information and analyzing it to support a legal decision making. It involves a systematic investigation of legal issues, statutes, regulations, case laws, and legal principles to understand and apply law effectively. Why do we do this? Firstly, to support your particular decision making, and just like research, legal research is also a systematic process of what? Of identifying legal issues. That is what the question is. Then trying to understand the statutes, regulations, case laws, and legal principles, and applying the law effectively. Now, अब law तो सबके लिए वही है. If there is BNS for me, the other person, the say there are two parties in a case. BNS is applied on me, BNS is applied on them. It is your particular perspective or an advocate's perspective of how do you use it in your favor, how you interpret the law, how you understand the legal issues, and how you come up with various precedents, and how you find various precedents relating to a particular question of law to support your particular decision making. That is basically what legal research is. तो रिसर्च व्हाट वी डू, जितने भी इंफॉर्मेशन हमारे पास ऑनलाइन है, वी आर नॉट into searching on a particular topic. We are going to the very basis, that is from the constitution, then coming to a specific statutes, then उनके rules and regulations देखते हैं. After that we see the relevant case laws and legal principles that have evolved from time to time and how they have been applied to what to support our argument and to get a judgment, say for example, in our favor. That is what legal research is. Now I'm did everyone understand the purpose of legal research and what legal research is? Great. Now let me just stop presenting my screen for a second and I'll ask you all a question. What is the purpose of research? Can anyone write it down in the chat box, the two or three purposes of why we do research? Yes, Urvashi, the legal research, basically we can say that it is a process whereby we read the statutes, we read the laws that are present, we go through case laws, regulations, and legal principles to understand them and to see how law is applied. Why do we do this? We do this to get a judgment in our favor, or in simple terms, to support our legal decision making. That is what legal research is. Uh, to gain proper knowledge on specific topic, to gain deeper understanding of an issue, to gain in-depth, to make a research paper. Yes, Khushi. Yes, we do research to make a research paper. That is also right. And yes, to gain deeper understanding, to understand the whole possibilities and applicabilities. Yes, you all have the right answers for moot court. Yes, Pragya, we do a lot of research for moot court. That is true. But not just moot court specific. Once you become an advocate, even then you'll do research. So, what will be your purpose then? See, all have pretty much covered all the reasons for why a person does why does research. So, yes, to prove a point precisely. That is very correct, Shivangi. Yes, Ram Kumar, to win a case. Nidhi, how the topic has been interpreted by court. Yes. Uh, yes, you all have given precisely right answers, and some have given answers related to, say, real life court practice, and the others have given relating to writing research papers and from the perspective of a law student. So, yes, you all have given correct answers. Now, is my screen visible again? Just give me a thumbs up. Great. Thank you so much, everyone. Now coming to the purpose of research. All of you have rightly stated firstly to gain knowledge, to understand how law is interpreted. So the first and the most basic purpose of legal research or research in general is to acquire knowledge. The primary aim of research is to gain knowledge about a specific subject in a scientific and systematic manner. The only difference between search and research is the process of how you do it. Research, as we have stated again and again, and we have come up to a conclusion, is more systematic. So we gain information both in search and research, but the difference is of the process and how much information we gain. So, the primary aim of research again is to gain knowledge about a specific subject in a scientific and systematic manner, and this can involve new areas of inquiry or deepening understanding of the existing knowledge. Why do you do research? Yes, you have heard the term CSR. कभी अपने जिंदगी में सुना होगा in company while you are in your company law class that CSR exists, or there is a term known as corporate social responsibility. But when you do research, you explore the newer areas of CSR, or you try to deepen your understanding of what CSR is. So that is one purpose of legal research. Now coming to the second and the most important purpose of legal research, it is problem solving. Research is always, you know, solution oriented, I'd say. आपके पास एक hypothesis है, or you have a problem at hand which you need to solve, or you have a hypothesis that you need to prove or disprove. So that is why you do research. So the second most I'd say purpose for research, or why we do research, is problem solving. Basically, research helps you focus on identifying and solving a specific problems, and this is done by basically two types of, as a research, that is pure and applied. Now, when we talk of basic or pure legal research, the focus of this type of research is on generating new knowledge or theories without immediate practical application. It seeks to understand the fundamental principles and concepts. And the goal of basic research is to acquire knowledge for its own sake, contributing to a broader understanding of a field. मान लो you have a topic, say again, you might have read the theories of law, or you might have read jurisprudence, right? Jurisprudence जब आप पढ़ते हो, there are various theories of law that people have, that various jurists have come up with. Now, they have also done research in what? In law. They have tried to understand what law is. They've, seen the society around them and try to understand what law is, and have come up with theories. So that is what basic or pure applied research is, where you come up with an understanding or a theory of a particular topic or a concept, and there's no immediate problem solving, I'd like to say. But when it comes to apply, apply कर, so you're applying a particular knowledge to what? To come up with practical solutions to problems, and that is what applied or action legal research is. So basically, if we want to divide research into two kinds, we'll go with basic legal research and applied legal research. Basic research is when we come up with theories to make a concept more clear, and to make the general society, a layman, understand a particular theory of law or a concept of law. And when we talk of applied research, we have a specific problem at hand which we want to solve immediately, and that is why we do applied legal research. As you can read, applied legal research, the focus of applied legal research is to address specific problems or question, and it seeks practical solution, and is often conducted in real world settings. That is, we don't come up with theories of, say for example, various theories of crime or various theories of punishment. No, we're not coming up with theories. We're coming up with solutions crime can be curbed. The goal here is to find answers or solutions that can be implemented to resolve the issues that we have identified as researchers. Now, coming to the objectives, uh, as you all have again stated the objectives of legal research very precisely. The first is to gain familiarity with a phenomenon, or to achieve new insights into it. So basically, the major purpose of why we do research is to focus on and to understand a particular topic, to gather primary data, and to develop a hypothesis for future research. Now, for example, when a researcher might study a newly discovered social media platform to understand its user demographics, usage pattern, and potential impact on social interactions. Now, जब भी कोई ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म आता है, say for example, जब व्हाट्सएप नया नया आया था, when WhatsApp was very new, you might have read news articles on how WhatsApp is revolutionary, and what kind of people are using WhatsApp, what is the user demographic, whether it is the female population that is using it more, whether it is the male that are using it more, whether it is the people of which age range are using it more. So what we do is we gather information to develop a hypothesis for future research. Then the second is to portray accurately the characteristics of a particular individual, situation, or a group. The second objective of research is to describe a characteristic of a particular socioeconomic group, or for example, a particular community. Now, this objective is very specific to descriptive research. Now, there are various kinds of research जो हम आगे पढ़ेंगे. So, when we talk of descriptive research, उसका एक ऐड से ऑब्जेक्टिव ये होता है दैट कि हम पोर्ट्रे करते हैं एक पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप के या इंडिविजुअल के कैरेक्टरिस्टिक को. फॉर एग्जांपल, व्हेन अ रिसर्च might conduct survey to describe socio-economic characteristics of a particular community. Say, for example, we are talking about I'll take the topic of migrated Indians, okay, or we'll talk of NRIs. So, for example, we are talking of NRIs. What are their socio-economic characteristics? And when a researcher does research on that, then the research that he portrays is a descriptive research where he describes them. The third objective is to determine the frequency with which something occurs or with which it is associated. Now, this objective focuses on determining the prevalence or frequency of a particular phenomenon. Say, for example, we talk about आप सबने सुना होगा that smoking is injurious to health since it causes cancer. When a researcher uh, studies the frequency of a disease in a particular population. Say, for example, when the researcher is associating smoking with lung cancer or smoking with mouth cancer, जब वो इस पे data collect करता है and when he gives his research on that, this is to prove or disprove his hypothesis कि yes, smoking does cause lung cancer. तो जब वो करता है, then he's trying to determine the frequency with which a particular instance is occurring and how two things are associated with each other. So that is one another research objective. Then coming to the last three objectives of research, that is to test causal relationship between two or more than two factors of a situation. Now it aims to determine whether there is a cause and effect relationship between two or more variables. That is, if A thing is happening, तो उसके result में B हो रहा है. Now, if you might have heard about drug tests, so when a researcher conducts an experiment to test whether a new drug is effective on treating a particular disease, कि एक cause है, उसका effect है, and how these two are related to each other, whether the medicine is working or not, whether there are any side effects, whether there is any long-term effect, whether there is any short-term side effect of a particular new drug that has come up in a market or which they intend to launch. So this is where we test the relationship between two or more factors, and that is one other objective of research. The second, fifth objective is to know and understand a phenomenon with a view to formulate the problem precisely. Now, when a researcher conducts in-depth interviews with people and experiencing homelessness to understand their experiences and to identify the root cause of homelessness. Say, for example, what we're doing in this particular research, we know there are homeless people and we're trying to understand ki, why there are so many homeless people. What is the reason that they've become homeless, or how they ended up where they are? So we are formulating a question with this particular kind of research, and that is one another objective of research. And lastly, the most common objective is to describe accurately a given phenomenon and to test hypotheses about relationships among its different dimensions. This is one of the most I'd say used objective of legal research that we all do. This objective combines descriptive and analytical research. Now, descriptive and analytical are two kinds of research techniques, which we'll talk about in the later uh, point. Now, when a researcher combines descriptive and analytical research, it aims to accurately describe a phenomenon and to test a specific hypothesis about relationship between different aspects of that particular phenomenon. And hence, that is the, I'd say, sixth objective of legal research. Now, if you can read the example here clearly, a researcher might conduct a study to describe the factors influencing students' academic performance and test hypotheses about the relationship between the study habits, classroom environment, and academic achievements. So, when a researcher studies how a student's academics is, and the influences, that is his how his study patterns influence his performance, how the classroom environment affects his performance, and how his achievements affect the academic performance of the particular student. Then the research he comes up with and the conclusion he comes up with describes the phenomenon and tests his hypothesis. So that is the sixth reason of why we do legal research. Now, coming to the kinds of research. Now there's this book. I'll share it with you all once the session finishes. Now, in that book, you can precisely read about these kinds of research. First is descriptive and analytical. The second is applied and fundamental. The third is quantitative and qualitative. And the fourth is conceptual and empirical. Now, if you can clearly see, versus is written in between two research, that is descriptive versus analytical, applied versus fundamental, quantitative versus qualitative, and conceptual versus empirical. Now these things are written, the versus is written because descriptive is almost the opposite of analytical research, applied is almost the, I'd say, opposite of fundamental research. The similarly it is for qualitative, quantitative, and conceptual and empirical. Now, when we talk of understanding these kinds of research, is my screen is still visible to you all? Great. Thank you so much, Khushbu. Now, let's talk of descriptive legal research. Descriptive research first. Descriptive research basically means that we try to understand the what is rather than why. The aim of descriptive research is to describe the characteristics of a phenomenon or a situation. We do not go into the causation of a particular thing. That is, मान लो कि we have a topic, we stick to what that particular topic is. We try to understand that particular topic. We do not dig into the reasons for why a thing is like it is. मान लो हम बात कर रहे हैं और that say for example I am saying that the people from socio-economical background are committing major crimes. Say for example I am saying that I am just studying the characteristics of the people of socio-economic low the lower social characteristics of people who are from a much rather lower class. But I'm not going into why they are committing the crime. I'm just saying ki, yes, they are committing crime, and yes, there is pattern to indicate that people from low who come from a comparatively backward class are committing more crime. I'm not going into the why. That is, I'm not understanding what the causation is. That is what descriptive research does. We just describe the problem. We do not go into why the problem is particularly being committed. But when we talk about analytical research, as we said, it is descriptive versus analytical. तो जब हम analytical research की बात करते हैं, it is the opposite. Now, analytical research analyzes the data to understand relationship between variables and explain the why. That is the reason behind a thing. It builds upon descriptive research. Yes, we do descriptive research, we find out what the problem is, but we also dig deeper into the topic to find out कि ये क्यों हो रहा है, why a thing is like it is. For example, बहुत सिंपल सा एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं. In descriptive research, the example you can see is a survey is conducted to understand customer satisfaction with a new product. But in analytical, what we do is we analyze survey data to identify the factors that influence a customer satisfaction, whether he likes the product packaging. Say for example, हम ये research की बात बहुत ही general terms में कर रहे हैं. That is why I'm taking these simpler examples rather than specific legal ones. We'll talk about specific legal examples in tomorrow's class. Now, when we talk about again coming back to the topic, the कस्टमर सेटिस्फैक्शन का एग्जाम्पल जो हम ले रहे थे, तो डिस्क्रिप्टिव रिसर्च में हम बस सर्वे करते हैं to try to understand whether a customer is satisfied or not with a new product that my company has launched. But जब हम analytical research की बात करते हैं, what we do is we see various factors that is influencing customer satisfaction. Some customers might like the product, some might like it because of the packaging, some might like it because of the branding, some might like it for any other XYZ reason. So what is the reason that they like a particular product? is what we do in analytical research. Then coming to applied versus fundamental, that is the third and fourth kind of research. So applied research aims to find solutions to practical problems. It focuses on immediate application of knowledge. Now, say for example, I know there's a disease, there's a COVID ki disease. My particular brand or my particular company wants to come up with immediate solution and create a new drug to treat a specific disease. I have a problem at hand, and I need a immediate solution to it because it is causing a lot of destruction in, say, for example, a particular country. So that is where applied research is used. Say, for example, we have a problem and we need immediate solution. Hence, we do applied research. So this is more practical oriented. The second aspect is fundamental research. So fundamental research aims to expand knowledge and understanding of a phenomenon without specific practical implications. Now, in this, what we do is we understand कि again COVID का example ही लेते हैं. In this fundamental research, what we'll do is we understand what COVID is, what causes COVID, and how COVID is working, and how it is evolving. That is an example of fundamental research. We are not coming up with solutions to treat the disease, but we are trying to understand the disease, and that is what fundamental research is. Then quantitative and qualitative research. नाम से ही बहुत स्पेसिफिक हो गया है. क्वांटिटेटिव टॉक्स अबाउट नंबर्स, क्वालिटेटिव टॉक्स अबाउट वेरियस नॉन न्यूमेरिकल डेटा. अब क्वांटिटेटिव एंड क्वालिटेटिव में वी यूज एंड वी कलेक्ट डेटा एंड यूज इट टू कम अप विद आवर कंक्लूजन. In quantitative research, we rely on numbers and statistical analysis to quantify and measure a phenomenon. Say, for example, again, let's talk about coming back to customer satisfaction with a product. आपने बहुत बार देखा होगा, you might get an ad of rate a product from 1 to 10 or rate a product from 1 to 5. बस इतना ही ad, बस इतना ही questionnaire होगा. And the purpose of that questionnaire is to understand whether the satisfied with the product or not. That is what quantitative research is. I'm gathering data from my particular customer to understand whether that person is satisfied or not. What I'm doing, I'm just giving them a quick survey of 1 second where they just have to take how satisfied they are. You take 1 if you're not satisfied, you take 5 if you're extremely satisfied, or you take 3 if you're neutral about the product. That is what quantitative research is. I'm just trying to get a brief idea from numbers whether a person likes my product or not. But in qualitative research, we use various non-numerical data, that is experiences, opinions, and feelings. In this, we explore why and how behind a particular formula. That is why, if a customer is satisfied with the product, what does he like? If it doesn't like my product, what does he not like? And how I can make my product better. That is what we try to understand in qualitative research. Then coming to conceptual and empirical research. Conceptual research deals with abstract ideas and theories. It focuses on developing new concepts or reinterpreting existing ones. The best example of this can be found in jurisprudence. जब आप काफी सारी अलग अलग तरह की theories पढ़ते होंगे on various theories of law, you might have read Austin's theory, you might have read various other theories of what law is and how law affects a particular society and how society affects the law. That is what conceptual research is, जहाँ पे हम theories develop करते हैं या फिर already existing theories को reinterpret करते हैं. But when it comes to empirical research, that is the last topic for today. Empirical research relies on data collected through observation or experimentation. It tests theories and hypotheses in real world. Now, say for example, there is this particular survey where a researcher collects data to test the hypothesis that do people really think that there are more false cases of against men than there are actual ones. Say for example, एक society है, एक particular society, एक छोटी सी demographic की हम बात करते हैं, where we go and the researcher has a hypothesis that he wants to test that major cases that are false are in a marital situation, in a marital household, are false, and he wants to prove or disprove this particular hypothesis. तो उसके लिए वो क्या करता है, वो घर घर जाता, he takes interviews, he collects data, he does survey to find out, to test his hypothesis. That is, he can either prove himself wrong or he can either turn out to be right. अगर बहुत ज़्यादा आंसर पॉजिटिव होंगे, say for example majority of the answer is that yes, major cases that have been filed are false cases, then his hypothesis is being proved. But if the conclusion comes out that the major cases that are being filed against the husband or the in-laws are actually correct, then his hypothesis disprove हो गया, because he has that particular data to prove or disprove his particular question. So that is what empirical research is. यहाँ पे हम कोई theory नहीं बना रहे हैं, यहाँ पे हम actual real life world में जाके field में जाके data collect कर रहे हैं, surveys कर रहे हैं to draw up our conclusion. And that is what empirical research is. Now, Khushbu, over to you. This was my last topic for today. In tomorrow's class, we'll be discussing of citations, and we'll also be discussing on how to write your research paper, what are the various steps to writing your research paper, and what are the other ingredients involved in writing your research paper. Now, if you do have any questions, please do let me know. I'll be reading the chat box now, and I'll answer the questions that I get. Just give me a moment, everyone. Uh, Nishtha, your question is to write a research paper in conferences or topics. Which research technique we use now? If you're just describing a particular law, now you've read of all the types of researches, right? Just give me a second, guys. Yes, Nishta. So, yes, coming back to your question. So, descriptive, where you describe a particular, type of law, you go on what a law is rather than why the law is. Where you're just describing it, trying to understand a particular topic and to explain a particular topic, you use descriptive research. But again, when we talk of conferences, there are people who also write, actually analyze data. It again depends on what topic you're writing and what is the theme of your conference and what you're actually choosing. So if you are actually analyzing data, interpreting it, and coming up with a solution, then you use a different kind of research. But if you're just describing a particular law, trying to explain it, then you use descriptive research. Will that negative research be added to our Shivangi, when you write a research paper, tomorrow we'll again be talking of this topic. The hypothesis, that is proving and disproving. There is nothing wrong in proving or disproving your particular hypothesis, because hypothesis is more of a neutral statement. So whatever your conclusion is, you write it down, you know, as it is in your particular research paper. So when we talk about hypothesis in tomorrow's session, how you formulate a hypothesis, how you prove it or disprove it, then you'll also be able to understand that particular topic better. Yes, Nishta, new laws and pro bono. Yes, for that you'll use the descriptive research until and unless you actually are analyzing some data. Is there yes, the PDF will be shared in the group, and I'll also share the document whereby all these kinds of research, I have explained them in very brief, because again we have a shortage of time. So I'll also share a PDF where all these 8 kinds of research are explained in a much elaborate manner. And I hope you all understood and had an understanding from today's session. Thank you so much from my side, and over to you, Kushbu. I look forward to seeing you all in tomorrow's session as well.
So, before we conclude the session, I would like to give a quick reminder about our upcoming 60 days advanced course on civil procedure and drafting. The speaker for this course will be Advocate Gitika Jain ma'am, who has experience of 12 plus years in legal practice, who is also a gold medalist in a BA LLB and silver medalist in a LLM. She is also the project lead for Government of Andhra Pradesh and also senior law assistant SIDCO Government of Maharashtra. The key benefits of this course include regular classes, special classes for drafting, convening class timing, and e-certificate on completion of the course. And again, I would like to inform you about the most interesting part, that is the Republic Day offer. Generally, the course is available for rupees 7,999, but for tomorrow, it is available in only rupees 2,500. So don't miss this amazing opportunity. Enroll now for this course. And for more details, kindly visit legalvidya.com or you can contact Mr. Paras Chopra. Now, at the end, I would like to thank Ms. Sakshi Sharma for such an interesting session and making it so easy for all of us for understanding the meaning of search and research, the objectives of research and type of research. It was such an amazing session. Also, I would like to thank everyone for joining. It was very fruitful session and I hope you all enjoyed it. See you tomorrow at the same time. Have a great evening. Keep learning. Thank you, everyone, once again.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Kushbu. Have a great evening and happy Republic Day to everyone in advance.